In today's Legal on 4, we continue our conversation on what you need to know about the ownership of your home during your lifetime. For most people, their home is the most valuable asset they'll ever own. So it's important to understand the processes of being a homeowner. Our legal contributor, Craig Wisnam, joins us now. And the last time we talked about buying a home and the basic meaning of a deed. Today we're going to discuss the deed in a little bit more detail. The deed is the one piece of paper that you have that shows that the house belongs to you.
Exactly, and that's recorded with the county, and that's what tells everybody, and if you ever go to sell it, that's what they have to look at to say, hey, Martha owns this property, she can sell it.
So what makes that piece of paper also important when you go to sell the house is that, and you pay off the mortgage, is that it should reflect on that piece of paper that you have indeed paid off the mortgage.
Exactly, it's a separate piece of paper, but when you buy a home and if you take a mortgage out, you sign a deed of trust, and that's the legal proof that you owe someone money and you can't just sell the property without paying them off first. So that's the deed of trust, and that's recorded against your property. Now what we all need to know as homeowners is that if and when you ever pay that mortgage off, which is a nice thing and sometimes it seems aspirational, but if you pay the mortgage off, you need to get this document called the Deed of Release and Reconveyance back from the lender. That proves to the title company that you've paid off your loan, so that if you go on to sell it later on or give it away or transfer it to your family, you own it outright. So if you pay off your mortgage, make sure you get the Deed of Release and Reconveyance from the lender and that they record it.
Are there actually people who don't do that?
It's possible. Most of the time, big lenders take care of that as a matter of course when things get paid off. But you just want to make sure you're looking out that it gets done, it doesn't slip through the cracks, and sometimes if you might have a more informal lender arrangement, it might not automatically be done. So make sure you get that taken care of.
Free title.
Exactly.
Free title, okay. What about the deed when you own the home with a spouse?
With a spouse, a couple things that are important to know. We'll talk a little bit next time about what happens after death. Okay. We're still during lifetime. But if a husband and wife own a property together, it's normally as joint tenants or community property, and that means both of them own an equal interest. It means both of them have to sign to do anything. Right. They both have to sign to sell it. They both have to sign if they want to take a mortgage out. That's normally pretty common sense, but people have to realize that if one spouse is getting, has Alzheimer's or something like that and can't make decisions anymore, the other spouse is going to need something to deal with that deed, because one of them just can't sign off on it to take out a mortgage or to sell it.
All righty. What about placing children on that deed?
Generally a very poor idea. Sometimes people say, look, I want my child to get the property automatically when I die, or I want to make a gift to them. It's generally a very bad idea, because if you actually put their name on there as an owner, as a joint tenant, or even as a tenant in common, they're now an owner of that property with you. That means you need them to agree to sign on anything, to transfer, sell the home, or to take out a mortgage. It also means, and here's a big one people don't think about, if that child gets sued by somebody, their creditors might be able to get at your house. So generally putting your child's name on the property is not something you want to do. There's some other things you can do that don't give them any present rights, and those are a lot safer.
Inheriting property.
A big thing that happens, sometimes people think, gee, mom passed away, she left me everything under the will, so the house is mine. And that's true in terms of substance, but what people don't realize is they've got to take the legal steps to get that property into their own name. It's surprising how often someone will be selling a house and they find out, you know what, it's still in mom's name. She died 5 years ago or 10 years ago, and they have to get a lawyer involved in a hurry to clear the title. So people have to realize if someone passes away, they may be the person that gets the house, but they need to go see a lawyer to make sure they get the title cleared so it's in their name, so they're not calling me in a hurry saying, hey, we're closing on this house tomorrow, what do we do?
Yeah, all right, thank you so much. And next time we'll talk about after you die.
Exactly.
The deed. Okay. Singer Christina